Feels like it's probably a pretty realistic depiction of death.
Well, yeah, he kind of presents the brain as like a computer short-circuiting, which I guess is what death would kind of feel like.
Yeah.
Just trying to put images together that don't...
And it's long. Death is supposed to be really long.
It's got to feel like forever in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But maybe if you have a nice life,
I think
it's
if
a good long.
Yeah, I think that's heaven or hell, is like, if you have a bad life, then your death comes and it feels like it's forever and you're in agony and you're thinking about all the mistakes you've made and all the people you've hurt and all that stuff. And even good people eventually have to pay for that, but it's probably not as excessive and as long. I guess that's what purgatory is, right? You pay for your sins as a good person, and then you get to reflect on the stuff as you're winding down. You get to reflect on the good parts as you're winding down into oblivion.
That's what I've always said. I think heaven or hell is, the last moment. I don't even know if it goes through the series of events as much as you, for the first time in your life, know something for a fact, and it's whether or not your life was good or bad. And you just know that because it's your feeling about it. And in the last moment, I think if you've lived a shallow, maybe not even evil, but just unfulfilling, surface-level, shallow life, your last moment, you just feel this, like, overwhelming dread.
Yeah.
Of, like, oh, it was all, like, nothing.
It all came to nothing.
And it's too late.
Yeah.
And it's over now. But, like, I don't know, I watched my grandma die. I think she felt pretty good.
Yeah?
Because, like, I showed up, and then my dad was like, Cooper's here. And then, like, 30 seconds after I died, they started playing Blowing in the Wind, and we were rubbing her hands, and then she died.
Yeah.
Like, she waited to die till I showed up, which was really nice of her.
Yeah.
One of the last things she did was, like, a nice thing.
Mm-hmm.
To be like, well, he should watch me die.
Yeah.
He's been around. He deserves to watch me die. I should die in front of him. She seemed happy about it.
Yeah.
But I think if you're watching somebody die and they're like, then it's like, oh, they're
Isn't that what happens in The Sopranos with Johnny Sacks?
Does it?
Like, he's surrounded by people, but he's just, like, alone, and he's just, like, in agony as he dies, and his family has to watch.
Yeah, that's something they would do.
That's like one of my favorite episodes of the show, because it really gets to the point.
I never liked that show because it's not funny. You have this whole family together living in a big house. I'm thinking Full House. I'm thinking Family Matters.
You know, I actually think, you saying about it not being funny, I actually think low-key Sopranos is science fiction.
God. Holy shit. I thought you were going to say funny, but you came up with something so much worse. Oh my God, I low-key think Sopranos is science fiction. What a take. What a dog shit take. Take it to 4100 Bar in Silver Lake.
Get pussy off of it.
Get pussy off. I just came up with a new horrible take. I'm going to the worst bar in LA to get pussy off of it now.
Yeah. You can get pussy if you just have the dumbest opinions ever.
Hello, annoying.
It's like Richard Pryor, he said, like, you had to sing to get some pussy. Now you got to be a dumb motherfucker to get some pussy.
Hello, annoying woman. I think every Lynch movie is a comedy. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that stupid opinion that actually means nothing, huh? You want to suck my dick for it?
You don't want to say anything that means something to anybody. They don't want to hear it.
No, saying stuff that means something, I mean, sometimes it feels gayer than saying gay stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you can't talk about, like...
You're on Grindr, and you're, like, down low, and you're like, I actually think Sopranos is low-key a comedy.
Dude, people would hate that on Grindr.
Yeah.
People barely talk on those apps. It's mostly just, like, asking specific questions about what they're into and what they look like, and then once that's settled, you meet up. So if somebody was like, hey, before we meet up, do you want to talk about how The Sopranos is low-key a science fiction? Most guys would be like, what? One guy messaged me. He was old and ugly, and I did not respond. And then he messaged me a couple hours later and said, sorry, I intimidated you.
Did he?
No. And I said, what? Because when people...
Did you give your Cash App?
Of course.
Yeah.
I give my Cash App to, like, everybody on these apps.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
You have to. You have to ask for some money if somebody's gonna fuck you.
Did he respond? Damn, he didn't respond. I want him to respond. That sucks. I think it's awesome to respond, what? Because it's such an aggressive response.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody's trying to be a dick to you, just go, what?
Yeah.
Say it again. Making somebody say something again. Do you remember when Trump did that in a press conference?
Yeah.
There was a guy, and he was trying to get him, where he was like, how do you respond to the lies you've told the American people? And then Trump just goes, what? And then the guy like lost all his confidence and was like, how do you respond to the lies of the American people? And he goes, get this guy out of here. And he just kicked him out. He didn't listen to him at all. It was like truly a masterclass in being a dickhead.
Oh, yeah. Saying what when somebody tries to roast you is funny.
Because they have to repeat it.
Yeah.
Or they just like...
I say what all the time, and a lot of times it's because I actually don't hear them, and then they just like, they...
I mean...
Or they'll be like, it was a joke, and it's like, I actually didn't hear you.
Dude,
I sincerely didn't hear you.
Even if they're on your side, it is the most aggressive way to respond to anything. If somebody's like good set and you're like, what? They're going to be like, okay, like, fuck. I guess not. I won't talk about it again.
It's just like, man, maybe my hearing's just like bad.
I'm going to do that to the doctor.
Yeah.
Think you're terminal. What? What'd you just say?
Get this guy out of here.
Get this guy out of here. Get a new guy. Do you think Trump does that at the doctor if he tells me he has cancer? He's like, President, I think you have dementia. He's like, get this guy out of here.
Who was that guy?
Who the hell was that guy?
Thinking he's cool with his white coat and shit.
He's looking in the mirror. Who is that guy? Get him out of here. He looks like an asshole, Mr. President.
He looks like a pedophile.
Mr. President, that's you. No, it's not. That's a pedophile.
I bet that guy had sex with kids with Epstein.
He's doing a press conference from jail. I put an international pedophile in jail. It's me. It's me, guys.
Me and Bill Clinton are in here.
I drained the swamp. Turns out I was the swamp. That is funny if like he somehow didn't know he was a pedophile.
Yeah.
He thought all the girls he was having sex with, it was like awesome and cool. And then the Epstein files.
He thought
come
they were
out.
all 30.
Yeah, he thought all these 2-year-olds were 30.
He's like, why would they be having sex if they're children? Think about that.
Why would I be fucking them in the ass if they're babies from Honduras? Make that make sense to me. I like models, not babies from Honduras.
I was at the store yesterday, the Comedy Store. You know the Comedy Store.
Yeah, I know.
And people, this guy showed up. This really old man showed up with this really young, like Asian woman, right? This really young Asian woman. She probably looked about 21 on the dot, and this guy was old as fuck.
Okay.
And it was clear it was definitely prostitution, possibly human trafficking. And I was like, oh, that's awesome that sometimes you just have to see that.
Especially in Hollywood.
Yeah, in Hollywood, you just have to see an old man with a woman who woke up and she fell asleep in her house and then woke up in America.
Yeah, you just wake up every day to new owners.
Yes.
And they're just the same guy, but...
Old guy. They're either old guys or they're like that type of Hollywood guy that wears like the t-shirt and the jacket, you know? But then they got like a cool haircut that was cool 20 years ago.
And he's getting hookers, but you're also like, you could get like a normal, probably attractive woman, like with your money and your life. Like,
yeah.
You could have a relatively normal life. And he's like, no, I hate myself.
Do you think
so much?
Do you think the reason a lot of these guys get hookers and like escorts and stuff is that they know that like these women that they'll be with won't love them, right?
It's the same reason they would, marry a woman who doesn't challenge them intellectually. They view people the same as products you can buy.
Yeah.
And they see a marriage as a bad investment.
I guess rich people in general, they don't have real relationships with people.
Yeah, they're just like, for a marriage, they're like, what, I give a bunch of money to one woman who can then not have sex with me? They're like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Or they do it for the looks of it, but then they cheat, and...
Yeah, well, they cheat. I mean, the reason they justify cheating is probably because they're like, well, this woman's greedy and only wants me for my money. It's like, why don't I cheat? And it's like, well, that's a good point.
Yeah, well, both...
why should you treat her right? Like, it is funny where it's like, I guess if she's greedy, you don't really have to treat her right. Like, I guess if she's also a bad person, you don't have to be nice, you know?
You should be nicer to your wife. Oh, no, she's a terrible person. Don't worry.
Don't worry, we're both bad.
No. She was raised in the same societies as me and came up the same way. We both knew what we were getting into. She's an awful person. I'm a piece of shit, and we hate each other, and I do fentanyl sometimes.
Yeah, and we're both going to die alone.
We're both going to...
But people would feel sad for her.
We're both going to die just screaming.
Yes.
Just, no!
It's funny that we like accept greed. It's funny that we accept all the 7 deadly sins. We just are like, yeah, okay.
The book I was reading recently, he was going in... It's a book I've been reading about all the rich people in America that was written in 1956. But he makes an interesting point where he's like, we all believe that the rich leave, like, lead like really shallow lives where they're unhappy, and he's like, there's zero evidence to back that up. He's like, they're very happy people.
Yeah, they're probably really happy. I mean, they shed the concept. They're very secular. They shed any concept of morality and all that. And I think once you drop that, it's like all you are is living for experiences.
Well, he kind of just makes the point, like, I don't know if you would, I don't know, whatever, where you're kind of using words. It's like a philosophical point where he's kind of like, okay, so what we believe is that rich people aren't really happy. And he's like, but we don't believe poor people are happy.
Yeah.
And he's like, sometimes we have a romantic idea that they're happy, but poor people themselves tell us they're not happy.
They're not happy.
He's like, so if rich people aren't happy, then we're all not happy, which means that the greatest aspiration in America, which is to make enough money to be independent, is all in all a lie.
Yeah.
And that actually it's not worth it at all. So really we have to believe that rich people are happy, because if we don't believe rich people are happy, then our entire system as a whole is one huge lie that is not worth fighting for. Which it is one huge lie that's not worth fighting for. But he just makes the point of like, you should think rich people are happy if you engage with this system at all.
I think people that make $800 or $80,000 a year are probably pretty happy.
Well, that was the number that they said you cannot. That's the happiest money will get you.
They're probably
I'm
pretty
sure
happy.
It's gone up to now like 150, but
with
it's
inflation.
With inflation.
Yeah.
But it's essentially just like if you can afford a house, you don't really have to worry about food. Like the basics, that's the happiest you can be.
And you don't have enough money to be just evil.
No.
You ever see somebody on vacation and you're like, it pisses you off? You ever like, I went to an open mic when I first got here, and the women were talking about going on vacation. They were hosting, and they were talking about going on vacation. I was like, the fuck you guys talking going on vacation? They're going to Bahamas?
I get weird about vacations now. Because when I was really young, my dad was working a lot. And it was like a pharmaceutical rep and a therapist and would teach. And so we had a little money. So we would go on like vacations. But then I got older and we kind of stopped. And now I can't. I mean, we go to New York and stuff.
That's a vacation.
But we're like doing stand-up, I guess. So we
it's a work vacation.
Justify it.
And we cheat on our girlfriends with escorts.
Yeah, we both have hot girlfriends, both named Lindsay, and we cheat on them.
And they just like us for our money.
They only like us for our money.
They only like us for our money, which is not a lot of money. It's no money.
No,
they
it's
like
really weird.
How poor we are.
They love how poor we are. They're like,
I do get that sometimes with women, that women like how poor I am. But then they're like, well, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go date a really rich guy that'll be mean.
Well, at our age, there's a lot of women dating poor guys.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
You kind of have to if you're gonna date a guy our age.
Well, you could also date a rich guy that's like cheating on you a bunch. You could do that.
But I mean, predominantly, it's like you're gonna be dating, regular people who are usually poor. I get suspicious when comedians we know. I've noticed every comedian on the East Side in the alt scene constantly going to Europe.
That's crazy.
They're always in Europe.
Yeah.
They're like, we just came back. I'm like, what the hell? You had a GoFundMe 2 months ago. Why are you in Croatia?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to go to Europe at some point.
Why did we have to pay for your top surgery if you're in Paris? Like, I'm glad you got the top surgery, but you should have used
You needed
the Paris
those tits
money.
for Paris?
Did you need that? Be honest. Did you just get tits for Paris?
Those are Paris tits, and you're going to come back and get new American tits.
Are you not even trans? Are you lying about being trans? You are a self-identified male who got tits just to go to Paris? Because that's not cool. There's trans people that want tits to get sucked on or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, cut your tits off. Give them to just some poor kid in Appalachia who wants to have tits.
Yes. All of the big titties artists in major cities like New York and LA should cut off their tits and give it to a poor boy named Jacob in Appalachia.
Well, charity's the highest virtue.
I ain't had much my whole life, but I got these big D's now. A little skinny boy.
Yeah, with huge tits.
He's
like, my dad beats me more, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah, he beats me more because now I got these big old titties that he's jealous of. Because they're bigger.
He beats me more because my dad beats me more because he whenever he sees titties, he thinks that's a punching bag.
Mm-hmm. And
he does it to my mom. Mama.
They bigger than mamas. I got bigger boobs than mamas now, so I'm the moms of the house. I had to be moms.
I have Hunter Schafer's tits now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hunter Schafer's hot as hell.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to Hunter Schafer. Come on the pod.
You know, I mean, this is like a hacky joke, but the thing is, if a straight man, because I'm on these gay fuck apps, there's tons of guys. I saw a guy last night. He's like, do not send me your dick or your fucking asshole. I'm straight. I only fuck trans or feminine guys. I'm straight. And the thing is, we need to get every transphobe to have sex with a trans woman, because every guy, if they fucked a trans woman, will fight till their death that they fucked a woman.
Yeah.
That they're a woman.
Oh, yeah, we could. So what you could do is send all the transphobes to prison, right? And then they end up with one of them prison wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they got to come back and be like, I fucked a bunch of bitches in jail in the clink.
And they was hot.
And they were hot, and I swear to God.
And these was girls.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people get mad when, like, post-op trans people won't tell a guy they're hooking up with that they're trans.
Yeah.
And, you know, I understand being upset about the unknown or whatever, but at the end of the day, it could save it. Because if we get a bunch of hot, you know, hot post-ops to fuck all these guys, and then they find out later, then they just have to believe that they're women.
And they're like, this dick I was sucking wasn't a pussy?
What the hell? You told me this penis was a long pussy. It would be funny to suck a dick and then be like, you told me you were post-op. It's like, I thought you'd stop believing when you were sucking my dick, but you kept believing. I don't know why you kept believing.
I got hit on the head a lot.
I got hit on the head a bunch. I thought you had a long pussy. And I was like, great. It's so much easier to eat pussy when it's in tube form and I can just put it all in my mouth.
Well, I like hot dogs.
I love hot dogs, and it's easy to know when you come because you're the type of woman that comes jizz out of her dick.
You got a long, thick, milky squirt.
Which is new to me, but it turns out I like how it tastes. I've been finding out that guys have similar pussies, too. I went home and realized that I actually have a pussy.
And I sucked my own pussy.
I realized that dicks don't exist. There's only differing lengths of pussy.
And men and women don't exist. It's all pussy.
I mean, clits and penises start off as the same thing.
Yeah.
And then men just grow their clits into penises. So, you know, in a way, there's always a penis there.
Yeah.
When you're with women and you're rubbing...
Well, that's why I don't make women come.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because you can't... If you try to make them come out of the clit, you jacket them off.
If you're rubbing the clit, you are just rubbing a dick.
Yeah, and I don't mess with that shit.
You're rubbing a dick made by a girl.
Yeah.
Which is even gayer. Because you're like, I love dicks, but only when they're made by girls.
Well, I'm so straight. When a woman's sucking my dick, I'm like, I pull her off because I'm like, I could just get that from a guy.
Yeah. I'm so straight. Whenever a woman's sucking my dick, I just imagine it's a guy. Because I'm so straight. I don't even want to think about girls.
Yeah. Well, I bring a girl home and I'm like, hey, here's some Barbies for you to play with. So I fuck them while they're playing with the Barbies.
Yeah, what?
I fuck them from behind while they're playing with Barbies because I'm fucking straight. And if I'm straight, that means I believe a bunch of stereotypes about women.
That they like Barbies.
Yeah.
If
you're a straight guy, you get to believe half the population is the same.
Here's some nail polish.
Yeah.
Paint your nails.
Whoever you're attracted to, whatever gender you're attracted to, you believe they're all the same for some reason.
Yeah, straight people need to chill with that.
We're all different. We're all individuals. We're all like snowflakes or whatever. Snowflakes you can fuck.
In some ways,
if snowflakes came down and they had like fucking juicy, fucking tight pussies on them, I'd be moving to fucking the place that snows the most. Because I'd be lying out. I got my jacket on, but I got my hard dick out, right? And I'm just fucking putting these snowflakes on my.
You made such a long metaphysical jump. It was kind of amazing to watch. In just the span of a couple sentences, you took the metaphor into the real and you had sex with it.
Yes.
It's a beautiful imagination you have. You're really able to, you can really see the apple.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like I was fucking the concept of fear the other day. It was scary.
Holy shit, yeah.
Just banging fucking fear. And that's how you conquer fear. You fuck it.
You manifested fear.
Yeah, I manifested fear.
And you
I thought back to like being a kid and being like scared of the people around and like
and
not
that's what you
understanding
jacked off
why,
to?
And then I fucking fucked it.
Because most people will transmute
like being scared of getting stolen from all the time. I fucking pulled that out and I fucking fucked it.
Well, it is funny because a lot of kinks come from childhood trauma.
Yeah,
you know, like especially like our fantasies come from being Ard as a kid and stuff. But you weren't Ard; you were just stolen from. So you need a woman to like take your wallet.
Yeah.
and then you can have sex with that to get
Because
power
my dick gets hard,
to
right?
get power over
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But you're also like, okay, I'll say the safe word. So
Yeah.
she's like, I'm gonna take $5, and you're like, pineapple is too much.
No, the safe word is fire. That's the safe word in our fantasies is fire.
It's the only thing worse.
Yeah.
That would suck to get art. What if you were in? That'd be crazy.
Jesus.
No. IN Interstellar. And no. It would be really terrible if you were in 9/11 and everybody was running down the stairs, and then a guy just grabbed you and R'd you in the building. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh.
You're getting R'd on 9/11?
Oh my gosh. You'd be getting R'd and you'd be like, on all days.
What the WTF?
WTF, you're R'ing me in 9/11. You could have done this yesterday, and I could have lived.
I'm busy today.
I'm so busy with 9/11 today, and you're R'ing me.
I'm busy trying to run really... Can't you see how busy we all are right now? The building is collapsing.
But then she jumps out the building, and the guy's like, damn, girls hate me so much, they jump out of buildings.
They prefer the ground to nice guys.
Because he can't realize that he was R'ing a woman in the World Trade Center on 9/11, that her jumping out wasn't really that personal.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't personal. That's what a lot of people... Okay, here's what pisses me off about... Everybody hates Osama and everything, but it's like 9/11 wasn't personal because he did not know everybody that worked in those buildings, so being offended by it is like pretty much just...
It was literally just business.
It was just... He didn't know you guys.
Yeah.
It's like woke liberal mind virus to think that it was like personal.
Well, it's like Sandy Hook. I mean, he didn't know those kids.
People just want to be...
It was just business.
People just want to be offended by everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know those kids in Sandy Hook.
Do you know because of wokeness, I can't fucking say anything anymore?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because I forgot everything because I'm busy being woke. So I can't make words a lot of times because I'm fucking busy, supporting trans rights and stuff.
But you can say that stuff.
I just sometimes try to say stuff and it comes out like,
because you're trying to be so woke.
Yeah, that I just can't say anything anymore.
So you'll speak at a protest and be like, that would be so funny if because sometimes they'll pass around a megaphone at protests. If you got the protest and we're just like, hello.
And then you're like, I'm so sorry. It's just because of woke. I'm so woke that I can't say anything anymore.
You just get the mic. Bonge being damp. Sorry, guys. I'm so fucking woke. Bong de bang sung da. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, that's just offensive, Doug.
Sorry, dude.
That's offensive.
Sorry, I don't want to be offensive.
Yeah, I might R you if you keep being offensive like that.
No, I know. I got to be careful. I'm growing a fan base of some of the coolest, hottest, hippest young trans people, so I don't want to, abandon them.
I'm like that, but for whoa. I do get a lot of people that they'll follow me and they have an anarchy symbol. And it's like, this is who I want, actually.
It is who I want. I like the people following me. I do think that if I get successful, I will let them down.
Yeah. I
think I'm going to let them down.
Oh, yeah. You know how many people that are family? I'll look at my followers sometimes. There's a lot of people with families and stuff. They have it's just somebody in the Midwest with a family. You're like, I hope I don't offend you.
Oh, I don't get any of that. I get people with nobody that loves them.
Yeah, I don't get young people.
I get people with chosen families. Lately, I get young chosen families. Their names are Sock and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they're cool.
One thing I think is interesting looking at the insights on Instagram, that the same amount, it's half men, half women like my posts, but significantly more men follow me. And John, my roommate, made a good point that women they care more about cultivating their who they see. That they're more particular about who they follow.
Yeah, I think guys will see something that really elicits a strong emotion, whatever it is, and be like, I'm in on this.
Yeah.
I've been trying to be more purposeful.
It's because guys are dumb.
Because when you really follow somebody that you like seeing their post, it's really exciting.
Yeah.
It actually is, it's weird because social media is so bad for your brain, but if you follow somebody who you actually like their stuff, it feels like you're I think this is good.
Yeah.
I follow this one guy, Ryan Fish. He has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He posted a picture the other day of his hand just flipping off Trump hats.
I think he's faking it.
This guy's real.
No, his name's Ryan Fish. You want to believe that's a real name?
I don't know if Fish is his last name, but
I think it is.
He's the only politically active guy with Down syndrome I've ever seen. He hates Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Well, if a
You
guy
think he's
with
faking it? You're
if a-
accusing Ryan of...
now here's what I'm thinking.
Ryan's
now.
cool.
Here's what I'm thinking now.
He has friends. He has buddies.
If he has D syndrome, right?
Mhm.
And he hates
You're
Donald.
allowed to say Down syndrome. It's not offensive.
If he has DS,
you're
right?
making it sound
If he-
bad now by doing that.
If he has got DS, right, and he hates Donald Trump, that means people with DS hate Donald Trump. So that means people with that are very the opposite. They love Donald Trump.
No, that's why it's really bad. It's not great for the left. It's this guy with Down syndrome, like genuinely hating Donald Trump, is so good for Donald Trump. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
But
Well, what
it
if
is-
a guy? We should hire people with Down syndrome to flip off our videos.
That would be awesome.
Just be like, I hate Dagnabbit.
These are
boys.
the only people that don't like it. I would love to see Trump respond to Ryan's calling him an idiot. He's probably the first president who a Down syndrome guy has been like, he's stupid.
Ryan sucks. Ryan is a normal Kamala voter.
He wouldn't even say he sucks. He'd be like, he's a very mean guy. He would say stuff that would make a guy with Down syndrome very sad. He'd be like, he's very mean, he's not nice, and he doesn't have a lot of friends. And then he'd be at home like, dude, I have friends. You've seen
and
my
he's still
Instagram.
and cartoons aren't good. We hate cartoons. Don't we all hate cartoons?
He's watching it just fuming. Just so fucking mad.
Mama's mean. We all know.
Rick and Morty, it was good for the first season, but it got washed out. And he's like, it was good the whole time. It didn't get worse.
Mama, we don't like Mama, don't we? We hate Mama.
We hate community centers. We hate going to a community center that's half learning, half fun. We don't like that.
Working at the grocery store is easy. It's really easy.
It's very easy to say hello to people at Walmart. One of the easiest jobs.
It's not really hard sometimes.
It's an easy job
It's
to
not
get.
confusing.
They give it to dumb guys. He's watching it so mad. We don't like Oobleck.
Goodwill clothes are bad. Don't shop at Goodwill.
We hate when a guy wears a huge polo shirt. That would really fire up the community. The DS community, they would get activated if you said huge polo shirts are not cool.
Yeah.
They'd be like, dude, I'll fucking kill you. John Cena, what a loser. It must be Trump. It must be tough for some older guys with DS because they know Trump only from wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
He was big in wrestling, so like, yeah. I haven't seen a lot of guys with DS that are... I don't like that I'm saying it. I don't like that I'm saying it like it's a slur we're hiding. It's not. We're turning it into a slur.
We hate Virginia. Everybody that lives in Virginia, we don't like them.
Do they have a lot of...
I don't know. I assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
I assume there's a lot in the South.
Yeah.
We don't like the Southeast. We don't like Columbus.
This is something you would do. I was talking to people at the store, and Madison, who we know, was saying she was from West Virginia. And then I just started firing off a bunch of like facts about the history of West Virginia and why they have a struggling economy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very funny because it's like something that you would also do, where she was like, why do you know so much about West Virginia? I was like, I don't know, YouTube.
Yeah.
You can just go on and find stuff out about the worst places and figure out why it's bad.
Some guy kept asking me questions about the store last night, so I kept focusing on how many people have died there. Like, he was like, I'm going to go to the patio and I guess we'll just go to the patio and get a drink. And I was like, somebody was shot there. And then I said, yep, they were shot in the head. Guy came by, shot him in the head.
Did he mention it?
What?
Like, did the guy you were talking to mention, like, why are you bringing up death so much?
No.
He was just having a good time.
He said, the Doors performed in Ciro's. And I said, a lot of people died in Ciro's. A lot of people were killed. I just kept bringing up how many people have died.
People die here all the time,
Sometimes I like that way of making people uncomfortable. Of them just being like, I don't really know how to respond to that.
Well, sure, they're strangers bothering you at work.
Yeah, I'm at work and I'm like,
That's also that kind of takes the most bravery. Because, well, I don't know. I mean, of course, like if you're starting like fistfights with people, but you really have to stand your ground when you're making people uncomfortable in a way they don't know how to respond to.
Yes.
Because you're the whole conversation.
It's so funny because it's like, that is what autistic people do, and I know you're not supposed to do that, but that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm so bad at talking to people. My favorite way to talk is like if somebody, like I remember I was working as on the street fundraising. A guy I was working with was like, "So what is the deal with Israel-Palestine?"
Yeah.
And then like I just spoke for 15 minutes straight without breaking.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, in the 1800s, Zionism was created by an evangelical philosopher. That's why I'm so bad at talk. I won't talk to people all day, then I'll go and do stand-up, which is like the most asymmetrical form of conversation that can exist. And then get mad at those people and then go home.
And stand-up's all about saying antisocial things.
Yeah.
You just say things you're not supposed to say.
And then you get off stage and you're supposed to say social stuff.
You're on stage and you're rewarded for being antisocial. And you're like, oh, I guess you're supposed to be antisocial all the time.
Sometimes, but then you get punished for being antisocial if you go down to fucking San Diego.
Yeah.
You go down to fucking San Diego, and if you don't talk about California burritos, those worthless fucking R's don't understand a word you're saying. They're practically DS. They're practically RDS.
Yeah. Well,
RDS too.
Have you seen any DLDS on Grindr?
Have I ever seen a
DLDS?
Yeah, actually, what people don't really understand about the LGBTQ community is that most people in it do have Down syndrome.
Well, they're just confused. They're confused by what sex.
They're so stupid that they have started a whole thing that's been going on for like hundreds of years. It's
not an order. It's not LGBTQ. Try to pronounce that. It's like, I can't say that. Like,
oh, that's your big gotcha?
Yeah.
That's not even a word, guys. And they're like, yeah, it's not a word. You go, okay, so you admit it.
Yeah,
so you admit it. That you're that fucking stupid.
Pronounce it for me right now.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's a movement too. Yeah, WXKY, I guess that's a movement, sure. I'm starting the RDS movement. RDF 2.
R the DS.
R the DS. Breath of Zelda.
DS, Democratic Socialists.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You think that's a coincidence?
No.
You dumb you idiots.
This is a DSA podcast.
Oh, of course, we're funded by the DSA.
Yeah. Remember the DSA? What happened to them?
Yeah, they're still around ruining everything for everybody and working with the Republicans to maintain the status quo.
Yeah. Shout out Jill Stein.
We'll win the next election. We'll deport more people than Trump.
Shout out Jill Stein.
Yeah, what's with you and Jill Stein? You were posting on Instagram that you think she would like you?
I think she would like my stand-up, yeah. I think she would.
Why?
Because she just seems like a down bitch.
Because she's like a little out there?
Yeah, she's a little out there, a little crazy. I mean, that Green Party thing is pretty outrageous to try that.
I think you should try and get in with Miriam Abramson or whatever. Remember her? She was like a holistic healer.
Oh, yeah.
That tried to be the president.
I think I should get in with Marina Abramovich. Remember her? She was
yeah, what's her deal?
She was like a performance artist, and like Republicans were really mad at her because they were like, this is demonic. And she's going to be on our podcast next week.
Is that it? Is that all they were mad at her for? I thought she would do a political figure.
No, she just like did performance art for rich people and involved like really fucked up shit, like sacrificing animals or something. I don't know.
Do you know Mussolini's granddaughter was like in the Italian parliament? She might have been like prime minister, but she would also like take a lot of like almost nude photographs all the time.
So you jacked the fuck off to her.
She's like a really good example of like the excess of the bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
She's like descended from a dictator and is like still able to work in government and like has a bunch of money and kind of just does whatever she wants and like just like posts nude.
Yeah.
We should get her on.
Because girls rule. Girl boss.
I don't think she was a girl boss. I think she was like a fascist.
I miss girl boss feminism.
What is it now?
I think at that point, it's
what do we have now? I don't get it.
It's like a weird. What's going on now is weird. It's like fear of sex feminism that's like not actually like based in ideology. So it's like nothing. That's like happening a lot.
Yeah, it feels like there's not like a current feminist movement.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really been one in a while.
There better be.
They need to get their shit together.
Y'all need to do something.
Well, feminists just need to like there need to be a couple feminists that come out and they're like, these bitches that are on the Instagram, they aren't affiliated with us. They may say they are, but they aren't. That's what they gotta do. They gotta drain the swamp.
I think we're getting there. It's just like there's no there's no DSA or there's no huge donors to promote that speech.
Yeah.
I think there's tons of like
There's a lot of money
whatever
for
word you want to call it. I think there's tons of based feminists out there.
Yeah.
But then nobody's paying them.
Yeah.
So nobody's going to hear them.
Yeah. There's probably some cool black women that have some cool ideas and stuff that we don't know about because we're not really looking in that world enough.
We should hang out with more black women.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we can get some prostitutes or something off the blade.
I mean, maybe. I think there's also just black women in our communities that we could hang out with more.
Yeah. There's some cool black women we know.
I know, we're already friends with black women.
Yeah.
But I'm saying...
Shout out Felicia Folks.
Yeah, we could have a whole crew.
Felicia Folks is very funny.
She's very funny. She's got good stuff to say. She listens to other people.
Her and Ben are my favorite couple. I love that couple.
They're LA's hottest couple.
They are. But they also didn't grow up that far away from each other, which is fun.
Ben's from West LA?
He's from Mid-City and she's from Inglewood.
Yeah.
They're right next to each other.
Yeah.
I think.
Two worlds.
Yeah.
They're kind of the Romeo and Juliet of LA.
They are. Also, shout out Bruce and Kelly. That's a good relationship, too.
Sure. They got a podcast now.
And I can't really think of any of the couples I like.
Not one.
Gabby and whoever she's dating.
Eli, our friend Eli.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty cool.
You're actually closer with Eli than Gabby. Like, by a lot.
I just forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Like, you've probably never, like, hung out one-on-one with Gabby. Probably never would. But with Eli, I'm sure you've hung out one-on-one, like, tons of times.
Well, yeah. I see Eli almost every day.
Right.
Yeah.
But you forgot his name.
I'm just like, I just try to keep more important stuff in my head.
Like what?
I don't know, like mangoes and stuff. I've been thinking about those.
No, you don't. I don't think you think about mangoes.
You don't think I think about mangoes?
No, I think you...
So this is your Woodland Hills coming out.
No, I think... what does that mean?
I don't know.
I think... Yeah, you didn't know. I knew you didn't know. You didn't know what that meant. Woodland Hills it has no culture.
It's the mango capital of America, Woodland Hills.
No, it's not. I don't think we're the capital of anything.
You're the hottest part of Southern California, I believe.
All right, shout out.
Yeah, I think you guys get the hottest.
Well, isn't Death Valley in Southern California?
I thought it was Central.
No, it's below.
Oh, is it? Oh, then never mind.
I believe so. I believe Death
I think
Valley
it might be maybe it's just the hottest part of LA.
Yeah, probably.
And I guess probably OC also. Just
I'm a
this
heat
general
boy.
area.
I love the heat.
But then again, you have the high desert, but the high desert, that's a different type.
Dude, we got to move to the high desert.
It is crazy when you go to when you take a Greyhound bus to the high desert, it's just, you're like, you live here? Like,
I know, we got to revamp it.
Yeah. It is crazy. You see these like trailers and stuff, right? And it's like trailers in every other part of the country make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, why are you in the desert?
No, you pass those trailers and you're like, dude, it's so hot in there.
Yeah.
There's no AC.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing in there? I don't understand how you're alive.
It's so fucked up.
It kind of gives you, I don't know. It gives you a kind of hope, though.
Yeah.
Because you're almost like, if everything falls down, you're alive.
That is true.
Like, you're just
in the desert.
You're like a bug, dude. Like, you can't.
We should headline Slab City.
We could. You can kind of do anything there. People do art installations there all the time. I don't think a lot of live performance art. We'd also have to make sure it's cool with the locals.
Yeah, we probably have to carry.
I mean, it's kind of like walking into a homeless encampment. Like, you can't, like, you could do it, but,
yeah,
they're in charge. So we would have to check in. And I don't know how excited they'd be.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know if it's Slab City's on the same level as checking in, like Skid Row. Like, doing a performance for Skid Row would be crazy.
Yeah, but it's like, who do you even check in with Skid Row? Like, with Slab City, there's...
You got to check in with the pimps and drug dealers that hang out there.
You think if we set up a stage, they would have an issue?
In Skid Row or Slab City? Skid Row,
I think in Skid Row, they'd be happy. They'd be like, that's more attention away from us, pimping and selling drugs, whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Who gives a shit? In Slab City, they're like, we came here for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of almost like an anarchist commune.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, no, we're doing a thing here.
There's no laws.
Yeah, there's no law. Like, they're not just crackheads. They're like, we also...
There's no laws here. You can steal mail.
They're like crackheads with like libertarian values. But in Skid Row, it's like, it's just lawless. You can put a show up in Skid Row, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
People might yell at you, but nobody
poop in front of you or
poop in front of you, but nobody's going to be like, get out of here.
Yeah.
But if you're like doing a show and also handing out pieces of bread like you would to pigeons, then you get a crowd.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't like saying it, but
I feel like they'd like stand-up. They probably like dirty stand-up.
You know when you wake up and you're just used as an object?
Yeah.
And they're like,
yeah.
Show enough.
That is a type of community where you can, there's certain areas where you can be like really fucked up, like say really fucked up jokes because they don't even realize that that's bad.
No, they're like, that's just what happened to me.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah. If you talk to people on the bus, they'll tell you so much bad stuff. And they say it like it's nothing, and you're like, yeah, I guess it's not.
Well, it's nothing because nobody ever cared.
Yeah.
If people cared, it would be something. That's the thing.
I felt a lot better about me when I was on the bus because I was talking to this old man, and just out of nowhere, he just brought up the fact that he grew up poor. And I was like, all right, well, I don't feel so bad about how I bum all my friends out. Because it's like, we're just doing it to each other. And we're having like a nice conversation.
Yeah, you kind of play Greyhound bus games with your friends that have had different lives. You're kind of expecting a similar story to be bounced back, and everybody's like, that has never happened to me.
I don't know anyone that's happened to.
I don't know anyone that's happened to. I don't know why that happens. I don't like that it happens. I wish you wouldn't have told me that. And then you're like, damn.
I was just trying to tell the truth.
I was just trying to talk. That's what's happened to me.
Yeah. I thought we'd figure something out.
I thought...
On the Greyhound bus, everybody knows you're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it is just a group of people who are trying to like unpack a life that was not deserved.
But then they're like, well, there's other people here that we could also talk about that with.
Well, that's what happens is you bring up your problems thinking you'll reach a resolution, even though you've tried 1,000 times and never found anything.
Yeah.
And you don't, and then you go, all right, well, what do you have? And then a woman's like, well, I was used as a sock for 15 years. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, I just escaped the guy's boot.
Yeah, I lived in a shoe. And not like an empty shoe.
A mad scientist shrank me down with a shrink ray, turned me into a sock, and I was that.
But he let me go, so all's well that ends well.
His wife got mad eventually.
His wife got jealous of me
being on his feet, and she asked for her to be shrunk down and put on his feet, and now he's wearing her.
And just so you know, when you get turned into a sock, when a foot goes into you, it is R.
It feels like R.
It feels like R. There's no other way to say it. It feels like R.
Well, what part do you think is the opening?
You just become... you are everything.
Yeah.
Every part of you is the opening. Every part of you is the inside. Every part of you is the violated. It's the ultimate level of hell.
And then eventually, I started feeling nothing.
Yeah. You can't compartmentalize like, well, it's happening over there. It's like, no, it's within and outside.
All my nerves were in agonizing pain for all eternity.
Yeah.
And then fucking Dr. Frankenstein gave up on me one day, and that made me sad, and I never understood why.
Yeah, talking to homeless guys is cool because they'll just be like, or bus people, because they'll just be like, yeah, pretty much like everything that happened in Interstellar is true, and the government did that to me, but instead of being surrounded by like a entire beautiful life, I was just surrounded by like CP and stuff. And you're like, seriously? And they're like, yeah, but nobody knows, and you'll probably find out in like 10 years in the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go dig more cigarettes out of the gutter.
It is crazy.
I have a lot of good conversations when because every time I see a guy digging cigarettes out of the gutter, I give him a cigarette. Like I go, hey, do you want a cigarette? And then we usually have I've had some nice moments with those guys.
I had an awkward moment yesterday where I ate a burger at the stand, and then I was done with my drink, but there was still a little left, and then I threw it out, and there was just like a possibly homeless guy that watched me do it and seemed upset about it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to look at him and be like, it felt rude to just offer you the Coke. And I didn't, and it also felt rude to just leave it out, because if you don't take it, then I've left trash out. It's
funny when you offer a homeless person something and they're like, do you think I'm homeless? And it's like, you look homeless.
Well, yeah, because also even if they are homeless, they might not want half of my Coke. Yeah. I can't just assume this guy wants half my Coke because he's fucking homeless. But when I put it in the trash, he was kind of looking at me like, you dick. And it's like, dude, I'm sorry. I can't just offer you the Coke.
I've probably talked about this on the podcast before about my philosophy with giving homeless people money. Because people will be like, they're just going to spend it on drugs. And it's like, you don't give them the money for what they're spending it on. No. You give them the money to give them dignity. Because they don't have dignity in their day-to-day life. So just you trusting them is one small step towards something good.
Yeah, it's the same with, addicts or criminals or whatever. They need to believe that there's a life to come back to, and that's the first step.
They need to believe that you believe that for them.
That's why harm reduction exists.
Yeah.
It's just people being like, yeah, we just believe that you deserve to be alive tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're not, just so you know, you're not completely forgotten about. What people don't understand about harm reduction is like, yes, you do start with giving out clean needles, but the only reason they do that is to gain trust, so eventually a guy can come in and go like, hey, do you have any food, or can I stay here, or maybe eventually being like, I might want to quit trank.
Yeah.
And then you're the guy they go to, and so they can trust you. But yeah, with homeless guys,
they hand you their face, and then they're like, could you store this? Like their entire face, they just hand it to could you put this somewhere so it won't get dirt on it? And you're like, yeah.
You go, yeah, sure, we have a whole cabinet full of faces. You walk around downtown, there's a bunch of faceless guys trying not to muck up their face for a job interview they might have coming. I mean, with homeless guys, it's like people are like, they're going to spend it on drugs. You're like, well, some of it, but they're going to need like a bite to eat and some water eventually. Yeah. You're just contributing to the general fund.
Yeah.
And yes, some of that's going to go to drugs, but you can only live off meth for like maybe up to a week and a half. Eventually, you're going to need a Snickers, and that $1 you give them can help buy the Snickers.
Yeah.
But it'll probably go to the meth. But the point is, you could be the Snickers money.
Yeah.
It's putting your money in to hopefully go to food.
You kind of have to trust people. At a certain point, you kind of have to step back and be like, all right, even if I know I'm probably wrong, I'm just going to have to do this.
It's also like half the people that get paychecks spend their money on drugs.
Yeah.
I spend my money on weed. Like, what do you, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Why would you care at all? One time I told you this, I gave $5 to a homeless guy, and he was like, he could barely speak. He was like on the ground, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, here's $5. And then I gave him the $5. He went, oh man. And then he like stood up and ran away. And I was like, he's so excited to get drugs.
Yeah.
And maybe that excitement from drugs will remind him to have a banana.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, his life will still be just as bad. And who cares?
Yeah.
I can't fix it.
Yeah, I can't do anything. It's all the small steps,
I always say all of that to homeless guys I give money to. I go, I know you're going to spend this on drugs, and I can't stop that.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to die out here, and I can't stop that. And I have no resolution. I just give them the money, and I just can't stop it.
Yeah.
And I give them the money.
And then you look at the Weather Channel, and it rains tomorrow, and you're like, it's coming soon.
I mean, I guess you just kind of, you're going to freeze tomorrow. I guess you just hope that the money you give them is not like for their hot shot.
Yeah.
But also it's the end of their pain, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not God.
I am.
You do believe you're God.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Whenever you meet a homeless guy, you give him $5, you go, I'm Jesus Christ.
And they're like, me too.
They're like,
and well, I go, I'm God, and they go, that's awesome. I'm Jesus Christ. Can I live with you? And you're like, I'm I don't got a lot of room in my apartment.
You go, Jesus and God never lived together.
Yeah.
He sent him to earth immediately.
He didn't live together till after he died. So maybe after you die, I'll bring your corpse into my apartment.
No, but once you die,
yeah,
you will enter into the kingdom of heaven,
which is my apartment in East Hollywood.
Once you die, I'm going to drag your dead body into my apartment in East Hollywood, where my roommate will dissect you.
Yeah, and he'll eat bits of you.
He'll also have some pizza.
Yeah,
but he'll eat mostly you.
And you're tasty. People don't. Here's the thing: how selfish people are is they don't realize that they're tasty. That if you cook them and eat them, they might taste good. And they don't take care of their bodies that might be tasty.
Yes.
So what if somebody eats your body and it tastes bad?
Yes. That's why I'm fat phobic.
Yeah.
I see people, I go, do you really think that's going to be very tasty?
Probably not.
But then I see guys who are too skinny and I go, that's not tasty either.
Yeah, it's just it'll be stringy meat.
You need marbling and a balance of fat, 80-20.
Yeah.
Be good beef.
Yes.
We're all going to be burgers soon.
Yeah.
People act like they're not going to turn us into burgers. Why would they not?
I hope that I'm good.
What are they?
I'm probably, honestly, I'm going to require a lot of ketchup. When I'm eating a lot, they eat my body, you're going to need so much ketchup to even have any flavor.
I hope Peter Thiel puts cheese on me.
And bacon? But the bacon will be made out of my family members.
I hope I get turned into a Western bacon cheeseburger. I don't want to be just some boring hamburger.
Yeah, McDouble? I'm not trying to be a McDouble.
No. Some of y'all such cowards, you gonna be McChickens.
Oh, I know some of the people watching is just gonna end up the McRib.
And you know it.
Yeah.
With your trashy ass. Stop drinking.
Yeah, I haven't eaten a McRib in forever. I need to. When do they bring them back? You should know this.
They bring them back when pork prices drop, when there's an excess in pork.
Okay.
Because they take like the scraps and the cheap bits, they make stuff. It kind of,
and that's the McDonald's corner for today.
I think
if
it
you need McDonald's back,
help save the pork industry because they had a excess pork issue, and they said we'll make them. I've never had one though.
You never had a McRib? They're terrible.
Never had a McRib. Never had a fish fillet.
Those are good.
I don't know. I like McDonald's a lot, but I don't branch out very much.
Where's the closest McDonald's?
There's one off of Magnolia, pretty close.
I want to get a fillet of fish.
It's a 2-story.
I want to get a fillet of fish before work.
It's a 2-story. You can hang out in there.
Can you?
The 2-story McDonald's are weird.
I wouldn't mind.
It's too much space for the
You want to go after this? You want to go eat?
Maybe. I have almost no money. Is the only thing.
We could eat something cheap.
And I went to the grocery store yesterday.
Oh.
I have less than $10 in my bank account. So to get McDonald's, I would have to use a credit card that belongs to my mother.
Oh.
That I'm supposed to use for emergencies. So I don't use it because I have no emergencies in my life.
Oh. Well, what if you have to poop your pants and it's an emergency?
Then I would.
And
take
then you have to go inside of a place. You have to, and they're going to need you to buy something.
But it's a TV. I need to use the bathroom, but for some reason I've walked into a Best Buy.
And you want to get the nicest TV because you don't know.
Well, I'm not just going to buy any TV.
Yeah. It would be nice to have an incredibly nice TV.
You could have that someday.
Yeah.
TVs are like one of the first. They make them very accessible.
Yeah.
Because they know that people who haven't had money but now have a lot, their number one purchase is TV.
Yeah, but maybe I should just not have a TV. I feel like that's better for you to not have a TV and just read books, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a TV. I watch stuff on my computer, though, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a computer, then you have a TV.
Then you have a TV.
Yeah.
You can find ways around it.
Yeah. I need to get a new computer.
Our friend Sam Lindsay has a great perspective on TVs. He thinks they're disgusting black holes that look terrible inside houses. So if you have a TV, it should be under the ground and should be lifted out of the ground or should look like a painting. It's not in use.
You know what I'll do sometimes if I get high is I put on marathons of shows. Like I'll go on like the Adult Swim site and just put on a marathon of a show because they do commercials and it makes me feel like somebody's home. Like, it makes you feel like you're not alone.
Because there's commercials?
Well, it's like, you get the cartoon, and then there's commercials, and, I like the feeling that there's sound coming from a place. It's like how you put the radio on for dogs.
That you don't have to focus on.
Yeah.
It gives you time to think.
Yeah.
In between.
Well, it's like you put on the radio for dogs, people do that, so that people are talking.
So you sort of treat yourself like a dog who's been left home alone.
Yes. Because that's who I feel like I am.
Like when you know you're going to be home alone for a while, you put like a big mound of burgers on the floor and put on like random TV.
And I hide the chocolate.
And then you just sort of like kind of stand by the door.
I make sure the grapes are on the top shelf.
Yeah. Because you go, I'm going to be chilling tonight. I got the whole...
I'm not trying to get sick and eat the grapes or the chocolate and die.
I got the whole apartment set up. I got the grapes and the chocolate on the fridge. I got the random TV for sound. I got cans of tuna on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm ready to party.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
The bathroom door is closed.
Yeah. The bathroom door is closed. I can't get in there. I cannot get in there. Because if I go in there, I'm going to take all the trash out of the tiny trash can.
Yeah. Take all the trash out of the tiny trash can, drink out of the toilet. And I'm gonna poop on the ground, and you're gonna step on it when you get home.
If your roommates are gone for too long, you poop on the ground.
Yeah,
your roommates always...
I'm just like constantly scratching the door
at
the front.
There's handprints on the door from you.
Yes.
Yeah, because you get scared.
And the upstairs to my roommate's place, there's a little a thing. They put up a thing so I can't go up there. A gate so I can't go up there.
So you can't go up there. You can't even go up to your room when your roommates aren't home.
I'm on the ground floor.
They can't trust you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got the sweet deal. And the cat's in a different room.
Oh my god.
The cat's in a room upstairs.
If the cat was still there, you'd be freaking out.
Yeah.
It is a weird life you live, but it's a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
But listen, it's a good one.
Listen, it's a living.
And then your roommates come home and you're like jumping around and you're like,
I get so excited I pee on the ground.
and you're like, I want to go to the screening of a horror movie from 1973. And they're like, do you want to go to the, but if they say the word movie, you get too excited.
Yeah.
You start hopping around. You
And
get the
God,
zoomies.
I don't like it when the woman comes by with the free phone. The woman comes by trying to give you a free phone. I go, "Rrrr!"
You freak out.
Yeah, I freak out because I don't know if she's safe or not.
I like that that's your reference instead of mailman.
I don't ever get the mailman. No, they're never in my building. But the woman with the free phone that comes by.
Do they come by your apartment?
Yeah,
I never had that when I lived around there.
yeah.
Maybe.
I told a woman to fuck off one time when she was trying to give me a free phone, and that's just like I assumed. It's funny because I was basically like really mad about her getting in because I was thinking that she's trying to give us a free phone so she could track us, so the government could track us.
Well, they give these phone plans that then like switch a month later and cost like a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I think that's usually what happens because they're always like, it's free for the first month, but that means is like what you're supposed to pay is then being like compounded and then given to you the next month. And then like a guy who just got here from Guatemala owes like $700 to Cricket.
Yeah.
And then he like goes to Guantanamo Bay, I guess. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, I don't trust those free phones.
It's a money scam. I mean, I'm sure they want to track everybody, but they have so many ways of doing that now. I was talking to our friend Nate.
I got into I almost got into it with a social worker one time. I remember outside because I assumed that she was there to cause trouble for somebody.
What did you say?
Well, I was just like, she was like asking to get in, and I was like, "Who are you with?" And she was explaining she's a social worker and stuff. And then it just got to the point where I was like, whatever, I'll let you in. But like, I was really skeptical of this bitch. I was like asking her a lot of questions and like asking her questions in an angry way. Like, I guess it's just like an old hangover from childhood where I'm like, you're here for somebody, probably not here for good stuff.
Yeah, you just started saying mom is fine. She didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
She's like, do you live with the Hernandezes? Yes.
Well, I just immediately didn't trust her. She had a clipboard and stuff and was asking like questions and stuff. She was like asking about trying to get into the building because I was outside smoking, and then I was like kind of just like giving her aggressive questions.
You thought she was going to take the babies.
Kind of, yeah. I kind of did assume that there's like I assumed she was going to like cause problems with the people.
Maybe she took the babies.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't open that door.
That would be crazy if you're like, I don't know if I want to let you in, and then you literally just see her like with a wagon full of 10 babies, and you're like, God damn it. And she's like, I'm taking them to the R farm. I'm taking to the farm where we are Ha ha.
God, bitch, I trusted you for a second.
I'm going to sell pieces of them.
That is how my brain worked, where I was like, I just thought that she was like, I needed to know she wasn't going to cause problems.
It does suck that there's obviously a big issue with like foster homes and adoption and like a lot of people using it just to abuse children, but the only people who care about it are like Republicans.
Yeah.
It's become like a weird party issue where they're like, you can't trust these people, they're stealing kids. And you're like, they probably are.
Yeah.
But the only people who are saying it are like MAGA.
Well, they are just straight up trafficking kids.
Yeah, but like for some reason it's become this weird like political thing where it's like people on the left are like, no, they're not. You're crazy. And it's like, are you guys doing like that makes you look bad?
Yeah.
To have no interest in this?
Why does the left always want to like, because the right will say something that's 100% true, but then they'll also add something crazy, and then the left will be like, well, that crazy part at the end is not true. And it's like, yeah, but they are calling children pizzas.
Well, yeah, because
they are calling. This is all happened. The Illuminati does exist, and they want to have their imagery put into media. Like,
yeah, it is weird because you're like, well, if you were the elites and you wanted to get a bunch of kids nobody cared about, I know exactly where I would go.
It's just empathy, dog. So, you're just using empathy right now.
So we should look into this. But then there's people who are just like, no, you're crazy, and you're like, okay.
Is it funny? Remember when there was people that were like rationalists or whatever? They were like atheists, like the new atheism movement, and they were really against conspiracies. They like didn't believe conspiracies, and now we've grown, and now we know that they're basically all true.
I don't know. I've never liked the word conspiracy because people would be like, oh, you're into conspiracies. And you're like, well, the stuff I'm into isn't a conspiracy. It's not a hidden thing.
Yeah.
Like, even if you talk about like lobbies for Israel, like AIPAC, people would be like, oh, are you conspiracy theorists? You're like, this is legal. This is above board. A lot of what they're doing is public.
Yeah.
Believing and being interested in this. It's not even believing. This is just true.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Most conspiracies are like not like, okay, Bigfoot's a conspiracy, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there's no like hard evidence. It's not a political one, but it's like that's a conspiracy because it's like I really can't prove that at all. But most stuff people are into now, is like especially Epstein stuff, it's like that's not a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's just true. It's just up there.
All the worst stuff has been seen to be true.
Yeah.
Bigfoot is the only thing that hasn't been proven.
All the whimsical stuff isn't true.
Yeah, all the stuff that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, the Jersey Devil isn't true, but the governor of New Jersey is probably kidnapping children.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry you don't get the fun,
Yeah.
but the most evil stuff you've ever come up with, yes.
That's true.
100%.
Yeah. There's no Easter Bunny to come around and give you candy.
No.
But there's a man who dresses like the Easter Bunny and takes your kids from you
Yes.
and eats them.
And the president drinks brain shakes. He drinks shakes made of, like, autistic foster children's brains.
Kids with Down syndrome, he's eating them.
Yeah. Like, adrenochrome is probably a thing.
Yeah. I mean, we drive past, like, I drive past, like, really nice houses. They're probably they're probably drinking baby blood in there.
A little.
At the very least, you may not believe that the rich drink baby's blood, but you gotta admit, they probably drink a little bit sometimes.
There's probably like a blood man for it, like the milkman.
Yeah.
He probably comes dressed in a white thing.
Sometimes
like,
he fucks your wife.
Yes.
Like the milkman.
That guy also fucks your wife.
Yeah.
But he does it in a satanic way and you watch, so.
Yeah, and you think it's based or whatever.
So it's like cool or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this is the end.
It's 4:01. It's Saturday, May 23rd. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a wonderful day. Stay funny. Find the funny.
Stay funny.
Be funny.
Stay funny. I'm the dirtiest man in the street. The trash is scared of me. The bums, they tell me to take a shower.